In between the time when you woke up this morning till the time you go to bed tonight, 18 people will have died waiting for an organ transplant. What if your need for something was a matter of life and death? Well, for approximately 104,748 people, it is. That is how many people in the United States alone are currently waiting for an organ transplant, with more than 4,000 new patients adding to that waiting list each month. One of those people on that waiting list for the organ transplant might be someone you know. Today I would like to talk to you about the need for organ donors and how you can become an organ donor, as well as how your family and the donor recipients can benefit from your donation. I will begin by telling you about the need for organ donors. Because of the lack of available donors in this country, approximately 4,500 kidney patients, 1,500 liver patients, and 300 heart patients died in the year 2008 while waiting for life-saving organ transplants. One of the problems is that many people are uneducated about the facts of organ donation. One typical myth is that if a doctor knows you're an organ donor, they won't work as hard to save your life. But the truth is, no matter what your donation status, it is the doctor's #1 priority to save your life. Organ donation can only be considered after brain death has been determined by a physician. And in many states, organ procurement organizations also require consent from the donor's family. Another common issue is the theological perspective on organ and tissue donation. Fact is that nearly all religious groups support organ and tissue donation and transplantation as long as it does not interfere with the life or speed up the death of the donor. Donation is encouraged as a charitable act and can save and enhance the life of others. One way many donors view the transplantation of their organs after death as a way of having part of them live on. And families can find solace in knowing that part of their loved one saved a life. Many families cling to that knowledge to help with the grieving process. Many of you may be asking how you can make sure that your organs are donated after you die. Let me tell you. First, you need to discuss your wants to be an organ donor with your family. They will be the ones involved in the donation arrangements. They are uncertain about your wishes on being an organ donor. They may not be carried out at the time of your death. Next, you want a mark on your driver's license that indicates that you're a donor. Each state varies. To register in the state of Kentucky, visit www.kyorgandonor.org. You also may be asking yourself, what impact would I make by becoming an organ donor? One individual donor can provide enough organs, bone tissue for nearly 50 people in need. In the case of a kidney transplant, 90% who receive a close match are still alive after 1 year, with more than 70% after 5. The number of living donor transplants between the year of 2006 and 2007 were 258, and the number of living heart donor transplants between the year 2006-2007 was 2,224. As you can see, donating your organs can be one of the most important decisions you ever make, and also the greatest gift you could give somebody on a donor list. I have told you about the need for organ donors, how you can become an organ donor, and finally, the impact you can make by choosing to become an organ donor. So talk with your family about your wish to become an organ donor and fill out or sign a donor card to indicate your wishes on your driver's license. Untimely deaths are tragic and can hit you or your family in an instant. Think of the satisfaction and possible comfort knowing that you or someone you loved provided a longer and fuller life for someone else by becoming an organ donor.